Hi. Hi. Okay. Let's talk about this new cardigan that I have called Synchestra, maybe named after one of my favorite musical albums, maybe. I'm just doing a little photo shoot with this cardigan and I thought I would talk you through it because I am really pleased with this one. It is knitted in Roma Fionul, my favorite yarn, but I'm knitting it in a lot looser gauge than I normally do. So, you know, you get to work with fairly large needles given the weight of the yarn, which is sort of fingering sport weight, and it's just this really nice light fabric, perfect autumnal wear, or you know, not too cold weather that still requires just a teeny layer of wool. It is a satin sleeve construction, bottom up for a change, but it's not this sort of usual satin sleeve construction. Oh no, because I was thinking oh dear, should be possible to just knit together the body and the sleeves in one go, like you kind of do when you join in the sleeves and the body for a raglan, but like instead of, you know, doing that you shape so it gets a satin sleeve silhouette, and it worked out really well. So what you do basically, you know, you put all the sleeve stitches and the body stitches together on the same needle, and you first and well, to begin with, you decrease for both a bit, and then you're done with that. You're done with the arm size shaping, as we call it, and then you're just decreasing for the sleeves all the way up, so that this is straight line here, but the sleeves get less and less until you have a few stitches, and then you just work the body bits together, because you've got some steeks in there just to help you along with that, just to keep it simple and more streamlined, to be honest. They're not very big steeks, and then you just kind of graft in those little, I like to call this a seamless construction, but that's the seaming. You have to just graft these few stitches up here, and obviously the underarm stitches, which you kind of always have to do. So that's basically that. I am so pleased that this worked out, because it looks as, you know, well tailored as most satin sleeves do. Like, it's comparable to my Host pattern, but Host had, you know, cut up the whole sleeve hole because there were steeks and then pick up stitches in the round the armhole and do short rows, which is a construction I really do like. But it was a lot more fun to, well, it was also fun to do it this way, where I never have to pick up for the arm because I'm knitting it together with the body. So once you've really knitted up everything is already joined. There is no assembly of this really, it's all assembling itself as you knit, which is really nice. I like that. There is a steek for the front, obviously, making the cardigan opening that we have here. There are two tiny steeks, one for each sleeve, just for that bit where you're just working the body from here to up here, because then you can do all the bits simultaneously and it just makes it a lot easier to keep track of. And then there's one for the arm. This is not an arm, for the neck opening. So in that sense it's quite similar to Host. And that's that. Oh, I really love the lace pattern as well. It was so easy to memorize as well. Like, I thought, oh, that looks complicated, and like you learn it within one repeat. Like, honestly, it's really quite simple to work. There's one stitch that is a little bit unusual, and I put in some photos for that one in the pattern, so then you can just reference that. You don't have to look up a video or anything. So that's that. That's Synchestra as a cardigan, and I feel like this has got to become multiple like versions in the future, but for now I'm really excited to have this one ready for you guys. I hope you will like it. I've loved making it, kind of want to make another one. Yeah, anyway, enjoy. up this video by giving a massive shout out to my test knitters. Thank you so much for helping me out with this pattern. I hope you enjoyed seeing all their beautiful finished items in this video, and I thought I would wrap up this video with a tutorial that I actually ended up not including because it's just it could be better. It's quite difficult to see what I'm doing when the yarn isn't super thick. It's heathered, it's quite fine, and also there was one bit in it that I was just not happy with, so I will be replacing that part with some photos just to clarify it, but I hope it will be helpful for some of you who prefer to have this explained in a video. So I've added that to the end. Enjoy! Hello! So I thought I'd demonstrate how to knit some of these particular stitches of this design that I haven't named as I'm recording this. So it's a really simple knit actually, like it's really intuitive and easy to learn, but it does have some stitches that I really couldn't find any tutorials on that I was happy with, so I thought, okay, I'll just demonstrate how to knit row 1 of each of the charts, and I just so happen to be on a row where I'm working row 1 of chart 1, 2 and 3, so that was lucky. So I'm just going to start knitting it, and I will tell you which stitches that I am encountering as I go. So I'm working the back because on the back we are working all the stitches in one go. So, and then we slip this marker and we are going to purl 1 and knit 1 through the back loop, and then we are ready to work chart 1. We're ready to start working these crisscross cables here. And the first cable that we're going to use is a twisted 1/1 left cable. So that means that you're crossing one stitch with the other stitch, and the stitch that's on top is left leaning, but it has to be twisted, so that makes it a little bit different than it usually is. So we're gonna purl the first stitch. Now lucky for us, the first cable using just these 2 stitches is the easiest one, because you literally just go through the back loop of the second stitch, knit that, and you go through the back loop, which can be easy to do from the front, and then you kind of go around the needle like this. So now we're in the back loop of the second stitch, sorry, the first stitch, just like that. We'll be doing this one again when I get to the end, so you get a second look, but that was basically it. The second one, the twisted 1/1 right cable, is not as much fun, unfortunately. So what we're going to do here is do a cable without cable needle cable. So put the yarn in the front, we slip this one purlwise, put the yarn in the back, slip this one purlwise, and then we kind of tease our needle through the first stitch, hold the second one, take the needle out of it, and put it in to just the second one. And now they're crossing, we slip that one back on here and knit that through the back loop. Now we can knit the second one, that used to be the first one, also through the back loop. Right, so we'll get to this one more time, but that's essentially how you do it. I won't be getting to demonstrate that here, but there will be a row with these 2 center one are crossing, but that's the same one as the first cable that we did, the easier one. So now that we've done chart 1, we're actually going to do chart 3, and it starts off with 1 twisted stitch, so we'll be doing that. This is just a twisted knit stitch. Then we're going to purl 1, going to twist another, we're going to purl another, and we're going to twist another. And then we are going to start establishing a new line of decreases. So this was the part of the video that I messed up, so I'm just going to explain what I'm doing here in the photos. The first thing you do is to slip your left hand needle stitch through the back leg so it becomes twisted. It's a very weird thing to do, but it should look like in the photo, and then you slip that over to your right hand needle and do the same thing for the next stitch on your left hand needle, so they're both twisted. And when you have these 2 stitches, you slip them together back onto the left hand needle, and then you knit them together the way you normally knit 2 stitches together. And then you should just have them like this. You slip the 2 stitches off the needle once you've knitted them together into one, and that's it. And then we keep on knitting the chart, purl 1, knit 1 twisted, purl 1. And now that we're approaching the end of chart 3, I'm going to knit 1 twisted and make a yarn over. And then purl 1. Now we're not going to do the next purl, we're going to go straight into column 2 of chart 2 and do another yarn over. So these are our 2 increases, that's just yarn overs, you know how to do them. And then we're going to work till the next decrease, which is so much easier than the other one, although the other one's pretty straightforward as well. This one is a walk in the park because it's literally knit together through the back loop. That's a twisted SSK, that's it. We just did it, like you may have missed it, it was knit together through the back loop, that's it. So then we continue on to the end of the chart. And now we're at that cable again, so I'm just going to show you one more time what I did earlier, just in case you want to have a refresher. So I'm going to try to demonstrate it a little bit closer to the camera. Wish me luck, you know, we'll see how that goes. Holding it really awkwardly high up. I'm going to go through the back loop of the second stitch and knit that. Whilst it's still on the needle, I'm going to go through the back loop of the first stitch. And that's just easier if you come through the front. But now we're at the back loop of the first stitch and we knit that. We have now knitted both stitches, so we can just kind of adjust a bit and take that off like so. The second one, like I said, is a bit harder. We're going to have to do a cable without a cable needle. So we put our yarn in the front, slip the first stitch purlwise, put the yarn in the back, slip the second stitch purlwise, sneak our needle into that first stitch, and then hold on to the second one while we slip our needle out and just into the second stitch and knit that through the back loop, and then you can knit that other stitch through the back loop. That's it. That's all the stitches that you have to know for this chart. Those are the more complicated ones. The rest are just knit through the back loop, purl regularly and yarn overs. That's all you need to know to do this. Isn't that cool?